All right. You ready to get back in the... This is our first recording of Pride Month. I think this episode started... The series started on Pride Month, but this is our first recording of Pride... Does it feel different? Can you feel it in the air?
No.
It feels weird that we're doing a straight... Well, no, we're not romancing our boss. We're not romancing. We're doing a
hero corruption.
We're doing a hero corruption romance, right.
Hell if I know which to do. Any of them are okay for my needs, so go with what you think is best. Penny, any opinions here?
I'd say, What do we think we want to do here? Scam the scammers with fake coins doesn't mean... Well, what that means is effectively that we're making other people pay for it. Not that doesn't harm the people at all.
Mm-hmm.
Or the people in that company at all. Burn it down, loot their hoard, melt the place. Much as I want to do that, that's also just kind of... I don't know. I'm between the last two. If we want to do big dramatic, we can burn it down, but we can also just keep it quiet.
We could.
What are you feeling? Do you have any opinions on this?
I also don't like the first one.
Yeah. Again, because like pumping and dumping means that just innocent people pay for it. That doesn't feel good. Burn it down, loot their hoard, and melt the place. Is that really gonna help things? I also feel like the last one is just kind of the most gutless. Also, like you could argue maybe it's not our job to make a statement here, but you know it is also like definitely more wishy-washy.
It also just continues to use that electricity that they're siphoning.
Right, exactly. It's like that's still like siphoning. That's still. Let's burn it down.
Fair enough.
Let's burn it down. It's time to tune into a radioactive hole in the ground. Swipe a bunch of their parts, melt the rest down to slag. With any luck, Basler will be back to square one.
This will be a hacking challenge and a deception challenge. Both are strong suits. Okay, I'll get my genetic folding simulations ready to go. By the end of the night, I'll have taken a huge step forward in my research.
What if we get there and we just can't do it?
Thanks for all your help, Gibson. I'm glad we have a chance to work together directly like this. You're a pretty cool human, Doc. Happy to help.
Why is this... Wait, where are we heisting? Oh, right. Step 1, steal a phone that doesn't make phone calls. Basler lives in a McMansion a few miles away from his facility. A bachelor in a 12-bedroom home. Yep, that makes sense. I lurk in the bushes outside his quiet, 95% unoccupied home. It's a peaceful little moment before the mayhem. You know what? This feels right. You handling tech, me handling theft. I mean, it's how my mother and father worked. She did the physical work. He provided technological expertise.
Considering you couldn't figure out how to open a PDF on your phone last week, probably for the best I'm your tech.
Why did I need to read a PDF on my phone? That's like the worst place to read a PDF. Oh, I figured it out in the end. All I do is open kinds of PCDs or PFQs or whatever. Point is that I'm happy that you're taking point on the planning here. Not just because I suck with computers, but because this works. Partners who bring our own skills to the table. Just like my parents did. I'm proud to work with you, Gib. You're no sidekick or mascot or even an annoying older brother. You're my respected partner.
Oh, thanks, Penny. I really appreciate the vote of confidence.
Now that I've said all that, can we talk about how much time you spend on your guild? I haven't forgotten you either. You're my partner, too. It's like 3 equal pieces of the pie. The pizza pie. Pizza.
So, how do we bust into this house?
Here's where my skills come into play. Get comfy in there. We're going up. Gibson ducks down into my backpack, sealing the flap shut and cushioning himself with all the padding I've put in there. Let's see, giant mansion with so many unoccupied rooms, each of them only existing to pad out the house size, bragging rights. So many entry points, I could barely contain myself trying to choose. What do we feel like here? When in doubt, head to the rooftop. Slipping into the garage makes sense. Slip it through the kitchen, no one will expect it. Garage feels like it's most likely to have cameras on it.
He's got his 8 Lambos in there.
Right, exactly. Kitchen feels like I would probably strike that one.
Well, let's do the rooftop.
Rooftop? Okay. Oldie but a goodie. No one thinks to look up. Mom's old grapple gun gets the job done, hooking onto the roof and pulling me up. Whee! House is 3 stories tall, and it looks like most of the upper floor is unused. Perfect for a stealthy entry. I locate a window that's unlatched, slip in. And inside is a weird game room? What are these things? Looks like funny wooden stands with TVs and joysticks?
There are arcade games. How do you not know this? You play video games now and then.
Video games come from the internet and go into the magic box under the television.
Why is it that I'm way younger than you, but I know what a video arcade is and you don't?
Why would I know anything about this stuff? I didn't grow up rich, surrounded by antiques.
Antiques? These are not... Okay, some of them are 4 decades old, but... Let's just move on. We've got a phone to steal.
Is 4 decades old enough to call them antiques? Right. Sneaking through the rest of the house is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Not much security to speak of. I saunter on up to his bedroom in super stealthy mode. Tiny bit of oil on his doorknob will ensure no squeaks when I open it. Well, it's almost cute. Sir Basler fell asleep at his desk, still in his day clothes. Is the whittle tech bro working too hard? Does he need a nap and blanking some more milk? So cute and innocent. I guess he'll just have to settle for a nice cozy stealing his stuff. Of course, I don't literally take the phone. He's not clutching it with a vice grip anyway, so that's not in the cards. Instead, I sneakily plug it in to use it a wire leading to Gibson's visor, and we clone his phone. If he tries to use it to reestablish control over systems, well, for some reason, it'll have connection problems. Since he'll wake up with his phone intact and seemingly unchanged, by the time he figures it out, we'll be long gone. Neat trick, right? 10-10 for style. All Gibson's idea, of course. I stand there in absolute silence as Gibbs slurps up all of Basler's data, and when I feel a wiggle in my backpack indicating he's done, I disconnect. Nighty-night, my dude. When you wake up, we'll be long gone. Your whole facility will be a puddle of melted plastic. Think I can safely exit the way I came in. It's going great. Nothing's going to stop me now.
Hey, we are live on the scene and ready to dish out some streamer justice on the baddies.
OMG, ruined, fail cape, lol, spam pasta, Kona, Diane's, heck yeah, lol, you suck, scrub, Klout rules, meh, get good, lol, saved, Klout, keep booking, I hate this already.
It's your boy Klout, and he's here to kick your ass. And if you enjoyed this heroic beatdown, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and punch that bell.
What? He's some kind of streaming hero? Given his introduction, I mean, in his colorful costume.
With 10,000 strong in the chat, we are here to show you that justice is best served with style and showmanship. We are live on Capebook and ready to fight. Be sure to leave a comment below the video if you enjoyed tonight's heroism. But before we haul you off to jail, just want to shout out to our sponsor, Continuos. Start your breakfast off right with Continuos.
So I had qualms about the other lady we were fighting because it just seemed like she was just like, oh, I'm, you're doing a crime, I'm going to stop you. I hate this guy's guts. I hate everything about him.
Hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad, hashtag justice. Use coupon code Klout20 for 20% off your first order.
I have no words for whatever the hell this is. All right, Mr. Klout, is it?
Technically, it's uppercase X, lowercase x, Klout69, lowercase x, uppercase x. But yeah, you can call me Klout, and I'm gonna... Oh yeah, Dog Lord coming in with that 5 gift sub bomb. Chat, you know what we do for gift subs. Get hyped.
Listen. I, as someone who is adjacent to streamer culture, right? Some of my best friends are streamers.
You stream.
We do stream on occasion. I don't think I do this. I don't think I do this. And he starts dancing. I think that's one of those fork knife dances or something. You know, if you're busy, I can just go. It's no problem.
Oh, no. I'm going to serve you justice. Justice is maximum esports poggers.
To be clear, exactly how are you doing that? Martial arts, high-powered weaponry, laser eyes, organic World Wide Web shooters, Or...
I have the most powerful superpower of them all, a toxic chat community.
Oh, shit! Ah! Get out of here, everyone! That is... Immediately, the chat starts mocking me, saying genuinely hurtful and harassing things I will not be repeating here. Hey, that's really not nice of you. I'm extremely uncomfortable right now.
My fans are also on Crimer. We're gonna flood your feed with harassment until you give up your criminal ways. You can't stop our justice. We'll debate you in the marketplace of ideas until you surrender and turn yourself in.
So that's how you knew I'd be here, huh? Insider dirt from Crimer?
No, I got an anonymous tip on Capebook.
A lot of that going around. Another hero getting all up in my business thanks to anonymous tips. This is mighty suspicious.
You have no right to harass Sir Basler. The man is a futurist. He's a visionary, crafting a new decentralized economy. Freedom from oppressive government regulation, freedom from social control. The digital revolution has begun and you can't stop it.
Okay, I don't have time to play with some influencer hero wannabe. I need to extract myself from this situation and fast. Any ideas for dealing with this? Oh.
Whoops.
Alright, let's see. Gibson do some hacker stuff, shut down his Wi-Fi access, play some copyrighted music, let the stream take it down, steal a spotlight, use to promote your own social media presence. Copyrighted music.
Copyrighted music.
Immediately whip up my phone, fire out a playlist, start blasting the world's most litigious hard rock band. Just rate the music though, since I don't want to get you in trouble. So what, Metallica?
Yeah.
It's Metallica, right?
Lars personally descends from the heaven and stakes a drumstick through his heart.
Wait, no. Lars got nothing to do with this. Wait, no, Lars does. It's, whoever their bassist was. Their bassist was innocent. He was dead long before Napster. Naturally, Capebook's automated systems lock onto this copyright violation and start immediately issuing takedown notices.
Hey, stop that.
What's the matter? I'm just adding fuel to your stream so you can ride the lightning because nothing else matters. It's literally Metallica.
Sure is.
One of those albums is really good. Or one of those songs, anyway. Two-thirds of those are albums and songs, and one of them is just a song. Are you worried the DMCA will leave you unforgiven, too?
Damn it.
Quickly takes out his phone to meet the microphone on his drone.
Knock it off, you're ruining my stream. Viewers are 23% more likely to leave if you mute your audio. Don't you have any respect for the hustle? I'm trying to make a living here. I'm not exactly rolling in cash, you know?
I mean, I'm stuck in the hustle too, but you're a hero. Why are you dancing for pocket change on the internet?
Because heroing doesn't pay the bills, not without a paid sponsor or a non-profit charitable benefactor behind you. And if I don't get enough clout, get it? I won't be able to keep my sponsors. So come on, help a hustler out, okay?
Huh, I didn't know that. Okay. I'll mute the music.
Appreciated. Now we fight.
And here we go. One big knockdown, drag-out fight. Cape versus Mask.
What are you people doing in my house?
All right, I was trying to keep things quiet and sneak out, wasn't I?
Whoa! Check it out, chat. It's Sir Basler. Huge fan of yours, sir. I'm fighting this criminal trying to rob your home.
Yeah, I was stealing, I grabbed a nearby houseplant. This vase, yeah, looks really expensive. I was stealing this vase.
Not to worry, sir. I'll have this thief taken care of in a matter of... Get the fuck out, both of you? But... House? Call security? Okay, that's all the time we have for fighting crime today. If you enjoyed the stream, drop a follow and some bits, and I am out of here.
I forgot we were supposed to be quiet, but we did get a star on our Crimer rating, so that's fun. I'll just be leaving if that's cool with you.
The vase?
Oh shit, sorry, I almost forgot. Set down the vase I was pretending to steal, then book it the hell out of there. Alright, sure. Believe it or not, I'd call that a clean exit from the situation. Especially considering that it seems like we're kind of set up to always have an encounter, since it seems like someone is tipping off the capes to know where we are, right?
Yep.
Basler thinks I'm a petty criminal, so he won't know I already swiped a copy of his phone and everything on it. That is actually a good trick, right? Hiding your real crime with a different, more obvious one. It's a legit strategy, right?
The turducken of larceny.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how do you want to make sure people don't notice you were trying to steal something small and important? Steal something bigger. When I got out of there without getting punched in the face by a cape or having to punch anyone in the face, it's a win-win. and slip off into the night, hop a rideshare back to the mining facility, and kick off to part 2 of the plan. Ride-sharing and our crime! Did you know masks have their own crime-flavored rideshare app? It's true, for a few bucks, Getaway will get you the fuck away from your current situation. Not that I can afford a gold class getaway, the kind of driver who can evade a phalanx of police cars and escape a bank robbery clean. But even a bronze getaway has a soundproof barrier between passengers and driver, giving me some privacy to work with Gibson on the road.
I'll give this to Sir Basler. His not a phone is a hell of a thing. The guy's rich enough to basically make a single-user line of portable electronics to go with his single-user social network. But cracking this is going to take time. What would really help here would be the PIN number to get this thing unlocked and open.
69. Maybe it's,
Definitely boobs.
Perhaps it's 58008, you know. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, perhaps it's 58,008. You know, boobs. Try 58,008. He's the kind of absolute douche canoe who uses boobs as a PIN number.
That is ridiculous. It can't possibly be... Wait, it worked? That actually worked. I'm in.
And his social security number is 69. Never doubt my ability to size up an asshole as an asshole. You know tech, but I know psychology and social manipulation.
I bow to your superior observational talents, then.
That scene, but it's the fucking Sherlock Mind Palace bit just to come up with the password is boobs. No, not boobs. Titties. So we'll have full access to his systems once we break into...
Yep, we're all set.
Let's sit back and enjoy the ride then. Want to play I Spy?
Sure, I spy with my little eye.
And thus we return to the world's most useless pile of silicon known as which is not as tasty as it sounds. Oh, I see. If we had done an interview, we probably would have gotten to see more of his home.
Perhaps.
I bet that's how it shook out. Still, we did pretty well there. Our getaway driver lets himself outside the building to complete the night's main objective. Hijacking that control center. That's the next step.
Okay, I've got a complete structural layout of the building, a perk of poning Basler. Check your phone for details. Sending now.
I was about to call you out for saying pwn, but you do play World of Warcraft, so never mind, that checks out. If Gibson gets hurt, he's gonna yell heals plox. Well, I see at least 5 approaches to the control center. Good work, Gib.
So, you can avoid the scary men with guns now?
Child's play. Let's ride. With my talent and his resources, we scoot right on through the palace like we own it, or place like we own it. Or, pwn it, I guess, if that's actually a word. Kinda makes me eager for more high-security facilities to be routed through poorly designed apps. Although without Gibson, I'd be pretty screwed when that day comes. Stonks!
Stonks.
After slipping past a few guards and sneaking through some air ducts, we finally arrive at the nerve center of Delightfully unoccupied, this is Basler's private work zone. Why would he ever allow anyone else in, especially at this time of night?
Okay, connecting up through the not a phone and primary control systems now, and we're in. Okay, we need to work fast. You got your costume?
Right in my backpack, you're sitting on it.
I'm false flagging the hardware is dead now. Head on out there and blend with the work crews to make sure this goes smoothly. Once I finish my sabotage, I'll head out through the air vents and join you by the dumpsters.
Got it. Teamwork makes the dream work. For a con like this, timing is... everything. Ha 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 ha! Meta humor! I never met a humor I didn't appreciate.
Got him.
We checked some online photos from website to see what outfit his contracted workers wear, and duplicated the gear. I get changed nice and quick in the shadows. Ditching my usual costume. It's okay, I have like 24 striped shirts left in my closet. Then it's just a matter of waiting for the workforce to be called in, slip into the crowd. Here we go. Group of jumpsuit wearing high visibility workers looking bleary-eyed and confused. I mix in easily.
That's definitely the same guy as before.
Definitely the same guy as before.
It's 2 a.m. I had to haul ass out to at 2 in the goddamn morning.
Hey, a job's a job. Any word yet why we're here?
Okay, you know the drill. Dump the broken machines in the back. Pull anything with a blinking red light. No funny business. I'm not happy at being at Sir Basler's beck and call either, but let's just get through this, okay? This couldn't have waited until morning.
Apparently not. Come on, we'll get started on rack 17. Oh.
Come on, we'll get started on rack 17. Haven't seen you before. This your first gig with Worker?
Worker? Don't you mean Basler?
No, Worker, the contracting company Basler uses. How do you not know about that?
Shit, caught me in a lie. Think fast. Oh. Different contracting company, something lowest bidder. Yeah. Sign out with labor. They had me pinch hitting on all sorts of crap today. It's fucking exhausting.
Wait, Basler's switching companies? Shit, you think he's dropping Worker?
Not my department, not my business. I just go where I'm told, even if the pay is dog shit.
Damn it, we're being undercut. Maybe I need to switch to labor, too. Can you get me a recommendation?
I got you. I know it's hard out there for a gig worker. I'll see what I can do. I can't leave this guy high and dry now when he's expected to find a better job. Maybe Gib can get him something. It was my least favorite part of the job, the ones who are just doing an honest day's work, who get screwed over while the wealthy parachute out a window.
Hey, thanks. Okay, let's get to it.
All right, well, that was still a smooth lie, so our rating went up for that. That's good. Working quickly with the rest of the team and under the watchful eye of the armed guards, we yank a few dozen perfectly good computers. Each miner we pull is claiming to be in distress. The false flag worked, and nobody's any the wiser. The team starts filling the empty e-waste recycling bin, except they're just tucking things in hard enough to break them. Hey!
What? They're already broken. Who cares?
Management's gonna be mad.
I can't tell if it's going to be management's going to be mad or if it's going to be the empathy for the other poor bastards.
Yeah, let's do that one, the poor Beth. So in the other end, the line is to pull this crap out of here. Let's not make their lives harder, right? Put the things in there. Don't throw them in.
Yeah, okay. Probably someone on a shit contract like ours, too.
Hell yeah. Exactly. Won't take us that much longer to do it right, either. Work continues a wee bit slower, but we got some labor solidarity going on, which helps. Most of the units should survive the journey. Soon the job's done, and now phase 2. Distraction we need to haul this thing off. To coincidentally bankrupt Sir Mighty Basler.
What the hell? I think that's the temperature alert.
Spoofed emergency messages, courtesy of Gibson, start sending false work requests to the crew and guards, summoning them to fix the problem. Confused herd re-enters, while I slip back and duck behind the dumpster. And a minute later, an air vent cover pops off the side of the building and a cat-shaped blur hops down. We good?
We good. I even overcranked all the miners. No way they get the systems back online before most of them burn out. Where's our escape?
On cue, a getaway driver pulls up in a black pickup truck. I immediately grab the tow line, attach it to the dumpster. Hiring 2 getaways in a single night, especially a special-purpose hauler, is going to be pricey, but it's a heist with style. And we're out of here. So we speed off into the night with the wheeled bin dragging along behind us and quietly shutting down in the distance. I can't help but feel a little smug. A convoluted plot, way more expensive than it had to be, splashy and showy and resulting in destruction of our enemies. That is some premium mask shit right there. Proper supervillainy. I actually kind of feel not bad. I feel good about how that went. That went better than I thought it would.
Obtained loot. Look at this data. Look at it. It's amazing. I barely crunched for an hour and I'm already leagues ahead of where I was in my research. The results are promising.
Great. So cancer is cured?
Not yet. Not for a long time. I have a lot of simulations to run, trials to design, and further research to do. Can't rush science, and thanks to your efforts, I'll have the resources to do this right. Thanks a bunch, Gibson. And to you, Penny. Woohoo, I got top billing.
Well deserved.
And now a victory nap. Mind if I curl up on one of these desks, Doc? Mi casa su casa. Go right ahead.
Gib hops down, crosses the room and like he owns the place, and curls up for a well-deserved rest.
That's 2 capers in the can for us. Not bad at all. Hey, can I be real for a second? I hesitate to ask this since, why potentially torpedo something that's working fine, but where do you see us going? You and I. I mean, if you just need more jobs I can provide, I'm fine with that.
Oh, well. He's our boss, so you don't want to...
Fair enough.
Yeah. Honestly, he seems more on the level than I would have expected. I just have a thing where you really shouldn't, right? With someone who has a power dynamic over
Unfortunately, you're playing a game about that.
you. Yeah, I know. But we already started a romantic
We
thing
did.
with someone else, so...
I'm just annoyed that it wasn't the same hero showing up. I bet that's what it has to be to get to the best end of that route.
Son
where
of
you
a
gotta have like the heist that
biscuit.
particular
Ah.
foresight shows up for.
Yeah. Mayhem, Isaac. Look, you're a good dude, but I'm not really looking for anything deeper at the moment.
I get it. I mean, I'm disappointed, don't get me wrong, but it's entirely your right, and I respect it. And I'd be happy to keep working with you as a friend if that's what you want. Think we've still got a good mask duo thing going. So, want to make this a hat trick and do a third caper together?
Got my digits, dude. Call me. 2 down for the good doctor, 1 to go. Unless I want to work with someone else. I'm rising to the top and no doubt can't wait to see what happens next. Too bad there's no way to know, like, which cape will show up, right?
Yeah.
But hey, we 5-starred it. High five.
Pretty good.
High five me. And we got a new loot for 5-starring, it looks like. Yeah, let's save that game.
Can we look at our loot?
Sure.
Wow.
So for the first one, we only got the cyber visor.
Yep.
So this is, I believe this is the loot we get for completing it. And then that's the one we get for 5-starring.
Does clicking it do anything? Wow.
Yeah. All right. Time doesn't make a lot of sense. Feels like I've been working with Dr. Mayhem for years, but really it's been a few short weeks. Weeks of shenanigans and antics, and naturally I've thrown myself in fully, jumping right into the deep end and staying there. It ain't surprising I learned long ago to embrace life and every opportunity it throws your way, because you don't know when the things you love will be taken away. Sorry, I'm probably totally depressing right now. Want to be totally upbeat and happy for how fast everything's moving for me, but I can't deny the downside. God damn it! I clicked once. I'm not like trigger. What is? I'm gonna click over on the side from now on.
That is an option, as is waiting for the text to load.
You have to click to advance it. It's been 10 years since they've agreed about living the moment, put old sadness aside, embrace new happiness. Because you lost them doesn't mean you'll keep losing. It's not inevitable.
Just because you lost them doesn't mean you keep losing.
Yeah, because it's not like that doesn't hurt, but it also doesn't mean that's the rule of things, right?
Yeah.
I know. I don't want to be pessimist or given to anxiety, but take what you can while you can, right? Wait for a mask means being ready to accept that it can all go away. That's less fatalism and more pragmatism, I think. And 10 years ago, which feels like 10 weeks, not years, I definitely lost big time. You weren't there for that. I mean, you showed up right after it happened. Literally right after, but... I told you the story of how I lost my parents. Maybe it'd help my mood to share. Bit triggering, depressing though, so up to you. It was a simple caper like any other. Started out that way, at least. My mother and I breaking into a continuum science facility. My father running comms and tech support from afar. But almost immediately, everything went sideways. Alarms we'd cut earlier that day reactivating, lab guards armed with continuum weaponry pouring out of every room we'd already checked. Comms went dead. The last words I ever heard from my father, run for your life, before a burst of static and nothing. Cornered, no way out except for a small air vent. Too small for my mother to fit in. I remember her words exactly.
Penny, you have to go. Get out of here. I'll distract them so you can get away.
Loretta Larceny. No, not without you. I'm not leaving you. Please, but please, I can't. I can't do this alone. You can't. And that's when she took the sample of serum 23 we'd just stolen and stuck me with the needle. Ow! Almost immediately, I heard an unfamiliar voice in my head, confused just like me, but somehow through the noise, I heard my mother.
Hey, look after her for me, okay?
And then she pushed me into the vent and sealed it behind her. Are we like Morpheus on the cell phone to Neo? Or like, Penny, you gotta go around the outside of it. Like, I know it's a little scary, but you gotta go that way. I still hear the echo of Continuum's ray guns in my head, unable to do anything but watch through the vent as they vaporized my mother. And I crawled through those vents, escaped the building, and ran into the night. Went back to an empty home, but that didn't last. The voice in my head, your voice. I thought I was losing my mind from the grief. A mentally ill, homeless, orphaned mask is easy prey for capes. Thankfully, the one who caught me was nice enough to send me to hospital and not jail. You know the rest of the story, how I met Gibson, how I came to accept you as a real person and not a delusion. 10 years. Thinking about it, even if the story is a sad one, I'm in a much better place now, aren't I? Back in the swing of things as a mask. Got cool new bosses to work with. Gibson and I are making this crimer thing happen. And all along, you've watched over me for her, just like she wanted. Thank you. I don't know if I'd be here now if not for you. We're only one voice. You're doing the building of the family there.
Yeah.
I am, aren't I? Making something here that'll hopefully last. A new masked supergroup in a way, just like the Larceny family of old. I think my mom would be proud. Alright, I've been lying in bed long enough. We're gonna be burning daylight soon. How the hell does she play video games on this? On this TV here? Time to log into Crimer and pick my last caper before my account expires. Isaac may need more help. The good Dr. Mayhem is still learning how to be a mask, but I could pick someone else for my last round as well. Who do I want to crime with for my final outing? Might as well commit to the Bitman at this point, right? Alright.
I do believe that Don't Copy That Floppy was one we previously couldn't access until the third one, so that feels like a good one to do.
Alright. Let's do it. No need to consult my phone. I've got the route to Isaac's hideout memorized. Not exactly a fun trip through town, but an easy one. When I arrive, semi-soothing recorded music fills the air. Isaac's sitting on the floor in a cheap yoga mat, trying to focus on the sound.
Imagine yourself in a happy little world under a happy little sky. Happy birds are singing. Oh, they sing such a lovely song. All is calm and bright, and you don't have a care in the world. Everything is peaceful. Everything is according to your design. And look, over by that happy little tree. It's your enemies, and they're all on fire. Aren't those happy little screams so soothing, so relaxing? Knowing you have destroyed all who oppose you, and they will be long forgotten.
Man, mask affirmations sure are weird. What do you think Bob Ross was like in this world?
Now imagine a happy little doomsday weapon pointed at the United Nations. This is not relaxing me.
I popped the audio tape out of his cheap boombox and checked the label. Guided meditation for day-to-day supervillain stress. Why are you listening to this?
I'm trying to use the power of relaxation techniques to get my anger and frustration under control. Someone on Crimer recommended this to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't take any advice from anyone on Crimer, myself included. I am horrible at advice.
Nonsense. You're the most level-headed mask I know.
It's really not saying much considering how low the bar has been set by the mask community. But hey, I'm glad to see how you're doing the work. Emotional labor is difficult, but worthwhile.
Yeah, I don't really like who I've become since ending up as an outlaw. In terms of my emotional reactions to stress, I mean. Believe it or not, I was pretty chill when I was younger. Even when life sucked, I could roll with it pretty easily. But the ongoing chain of misfortune has really shaken my stability, and I really, really do not like it. So I'm looking into finding some therapy like you suggested.
Great, I think that's the right move.
Problem is finding a therapist I can trust not to immediately call the cops, being a wanted outlaw and all that.
Just pull a Tony Soprano. You're not a violent mask, though. Not really a threat to yourself and others, even with your recent outbursts. Shrinks don't have to throw you to the wolves unless they think there's an immediate danger. And any actual legitimate mayhem done in your name has been through me. And you know I'd never snitch.
Good point. I'm relatively clean aside from the corporate espionage, and you've done right by me all this time.
Worm.
In fact, there's a dangerous mission I was hesitant to offer you, but maybe I can trust you with it.
You know I'm down for anything. What's the job?
Meeting my parents, and my brother and sisters, and my aunties. So many aunties.
Oh, why do they want to meet me? I'm just your hired underling.
And one of my closest friends.
True.
I may have talked you up to them as one of the few bright spots in my life right now, and they want to make sure you're good for me.
I'm hesitant to do it, not because of you. I know you can smooth talk your way through any interrogation, friendly or otherwise. But I haven't been home in some time. Not since becoming a mask. I know they love and support me, but it feels like a bad idea. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I think I know what he means.
I feel like the first one is what he feels.
Yeah,
He already
that's
feels
kind
like
of
his life's gone off the rails. Going home a failure has to be humiliating.
It's gotta suck knowing that you're coming home an outlaw instead of a celebrated healer. I get it. Even if they love you unconditionally, it's like admitting defeat.
Yeah, I mean, that part sucks. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. They supported hopes and dreams that are now in ruins. I'm not sure I should go back. Not until I can find myself a solid redemption arc.
And I get that desire, honestly. Don't return until your head's held high. But how long will that take? How long before you're a civilian again, assuming it's even possible? Maybe you shouldn't wait. Just bite the bullet and see your family again. Knowing it's not ideal, it's not perfect. But they love you and they won't care if you're a mask or not. Don't put it off. You can make it happen.
I could be waiting a very, very long time if I refuse to go home before I'm cleared of all wrongdoing. Okay, thanks for the advice, Penny. I'll set things up.
But maybe don't literally go home. Find a place to meet, even if they accept you. Others may not. And that's all kind of risky.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Maybe a restaurant or something. You're just packed with good ideas today, aren't you?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to be full of good ideas when it's not my own problems.
So, my future involves event coordination and restaurant reservations. And how's your future looking?
Highly illegal, probably. I mean, you still got one more outing with me on Crimer, yeah?
I mean, beyond today, beyond one crime or another. Maybe this is a lot to ask, but I'm curious. I'd like to work with you long term after your Crimer account expires, but are you good with that? What are your future plans? I don't want to push your own hopes and dreams aside in favor of mine. You're an equal in this.
I don't really have plans, or I don't really try to have plans. A plan is a risky thing. Instead, I'd say...
Maybe it's time to start planning a future. You can only live in crisis mode
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah, because I understand, like, the desire to, like, not plan things for your future because it feels like everything could fall apart at once, so why set yourself up for that? Right? Because it feels like you'll never have the stability for it, but also making plans makes it easier to get that stability. It's one of those weird things where, like, it kind of helps insist upon itself. So, yeah, I goof off and have fun and love to keep things light, but I got huge wads of trauma in my past. Can't keep that pain going forever. I don't know what my future is, but I know I should probably plan one. Maybe it's wrong to assume the plans will collapse. It's unhealthy to have no long-term goals beyond survival. Calling me out. Calling me out circa late 20s, huh? I don't honestly know what my future holds, but I know it's coming, and I need to be ready. Risk of falling face first into the systems of the rich and powerful have set up for us. Endless grinds and loops. I need to be careful I don't stay in crisis mode forever. I need to find my own escape route. Thanks, give me a lot to think about. I promise I'll get my future before it gets here.
I started on one path, the path that felt solid and unassailable. Get a degree, get a job, do the work, cure cancer. I've hit bumps, but I'm determined to get back on that path, and I'm glad to hear you're crafting a path of your own. Okay, I've stalled long enough. We really do need to get on with the crime. I like spending time hanging out with you, you know. I don't have a lot of friends. Not anymore.
Hey, if you want to go grab a beer or something, I'm game. You don't have to crime it up every time we get together. That's for later. For now, crime. What do you got? Crime time!
What do you know about the Game Vision game console? Came out in 1981, got pulled off the market a few months later.
Vision. Oh god, what consoles were there in 81? Is this like this Atari? Is this Jaguar era? Next to nothing. Gibson's the one who plays video games, not me. It's one of those games where you're square dot chasing other square dots until something goes beep and then the game ends, right?
An almost slightly accurate depiction, yes? Apparently, Klout is trying to revive the Game Vision, an act of video game necromancy, I suppose.
Klout, the self-styled streamer superhero? Ugh, that guy is annoying.
According to my sources, he bought the rights to Game Vision for pennies on the dollar and is building a new game system using the name. I need you to steal his prototype.
Okay, why? You're not much of a gamer.
Klout's bragging about using a sophisticated new artificial intelligence, like chatbots but better, intuitive, and creative. Apparently, it also uses biofeedback neural controllers, whatever the fuck that means.
And you think he's on the level? It's not all bullshit? If it's real, it's some pretty intense hardware. I doubt he invented it himself. Where'd he get the gear?
Don't know. Can't know for sure unless we look into it. Maybe it's all hot air, maybe we're wasting our time, but if the tech exists, well, it should be used for the betterment of mankind. I could do some real work with the help of an AI tool.
Didn't it already get you access to a massive computing power already?
Power is power. Intelligence is how you use that power. And with an AI plus the resources you already obtained me...
You could finally kick cancer's ass.
Bingo.
I could message 84000 on Crimer if you want a computer buddy.
You think the omnicidal digital warlord will help me cure cancer?
Yeah, alright, valid point.
If the tech in Klout's silly game box has any actual value, I can put it to better use. So, think you can swipe a game for me, Penny?
Consider it done. Confession time. I really don't know much about video games. I am a filthy casual. I play them on my phone now and then, and there's the magic box under the TV that Gibson puts new games into. Just real quick, I feel like we should clarify this. Playing games on your phone doesn't make you any less of a gamer than playing games on a console or on your computer.
True.
If you play video games, you're a gamer. And I'm sorry. But like the magic box, I'm relying hard on Gib to help out me figure this world out. So what's the big deal with the Game Vision? It's old, but it's new, but it's crappy, but it's amazing.
Game Vision got recalled off the market after the 1980s video game crash, some design flaw, not worth re-releasing. It wasn't a very good system, very much the third or fourth place finisher in the early console wars.
So it sucked, but Klout wants to revive it anyway?
Nostalgia bait and cost opportunity. He's cashing in a cheap brand, hoping Gen Xers who vaguely remember it was a thing will buy it.
Is this like the fucking Amico? I know the Amico wasn't originally from the 80s, but still, it's got kind of the same smell to it, right? Makes sense you know all this. You're an old fuddy-duddy. When we translate cat years into human years, I mean.
Hey, I'm not old, I just appreciate the classics. You can be nostalgic for an era you never lived through.
That reminds me. Thought occurs that you never said how old you are. Do you remember all those crusty ancient video games, or is this new to you too?
We did not live through that era, though.
No, we did not live through that era.
But did this character?
But to this character. I mean, like, I didn't live through that era, but I still also remember seeing vestiges of it as I was growing up. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Did nostalgia goggles
Yeah, I'm gonna go nostalgia goggles. Even though I do like indie titles and visual novels. I hear you. I mean, I'm a comic book nerd, I'll admit. Silver Age of comics were, let's say, reflections of their times. Open an issue of Captain Infinity nowadays and you'll cringe at the joking racism and sexism sprinkled in alongside the cool adventures. But it's good to have perspective, right? To see the adventures and enjoy them while acknowledging the crappy bits. Back to the caper at hand, because none of this explains why I'm breaking into a boutique electronics store, though. Are we stealing a video game?
Nah, we're getting you a quadcopter streaming drone, one of the ultra fancy ones with a holographic projector. They're like expensive sports cars for the wealthy. Quad Pros are only sold to influencer elites, 1 million subs to qualify.
Why am I getting one of those? Oh.
Your cover story as a mega influencer won't pass muster without the prestigious hardware that goes with it.
If it's a new game system, shouldn't I pretend to be part of the gaming press instead of some random content creator?
Klout doesn't talk to the press. They'd ask questions like, why are you reviving a dead game system nobody cares about? He prefers one-on-one chats with fellow influencers, people he can butter up and turn into sycophantic evangelists for his ideas.
I can suck up with the best of them when I'm grifting. I'll swallow all his lies and hype with a smile. Oh, can I pick a sweet social media handle? Something overly clever and boastful, yet somehow also ironic and random.
Sure, I'm going to be hacking your channel into existence tomorrow. What name do you want for it?
Baby Bagel
Baby
Ham.
bagel ham.
Baby Bagel Ham. I'm sure there's a long and very complicated inside joke that explains the name.
Yep, it's pretty normal for streamers to start with some goofy name and then get stuck with it for the rest of their careers.
Not that we'd know anything about that. Oh, this has one of those fancy new holo projectors. Will I be able to display my chat with it? What if I can get subs and bits? I wonder if I'll start trending. Maybe my name will become a hashtag? I want to call my community the Hamily. It's so cute.
Penny, you don't have a chat. We're faking your entire online identity.
What? Mods, ban this cat. Well, I could have one if I wanted one. Past the caper, I mean, I could be Penny Larceny, streaming Supervillain.
Yes, let's broadcast a live feed of our exact location and activities while trespassing and committing felonies. Because that has worked out so well in the past. See also all those yahoos streaming themselves breaking into a federal building. Honestly, we need to get rid of this thing once the caper's complete. Having a drone is a security risk.
Party pooper. Fine, fine. At least the drone will be handy when it's time for... Don't copy that floppy. Breaking into the Lakeview Mall at night to steal a drone, then bringing that drone with me right back to Lakeview by day. Gotta admit it's risky, but it's a fun kind of risky. The appointment I set up with Klout is here at the mall, where he owns a comic shop, ABB. Always be branding. Wow. That's a mall. The shop's named Klout's Comics, and there's empty space on the sign for a third word, which was clearly removed at some point. Oh, Klout's Comics and... Oh, I get... Okay.
Yeah.
Comics and what?
Klout's Cool Comics.
No, because it was Klout's Comics and...
So that... Do you get what it's...
No. What's it playing
Read
on?
ahead.
Gotta have a feeling the third word was closet or something. Four wiser heads looked at it and went, oh god, oh no, that's a bad idea.
What would that read as?
Oh. I didn't think about... Alright, yep.
So at the very least, our toxic streamer is at least not that openly racist.
Right. At least not trying to appear to be openly racist. Wow, I am so slow on the cupcake today. I am walking with my drone in tow, fake broadcasting to my fake channel win all my fake fans. Hey, it's Baby Bagel Ham coming at you live and direct from Klout's Comics, where we're going to be getting an exclusive look at the game vision. It's the hottest and oldest ticket in gaming right now, the return of the king or 80s gaming. Before we sit down with Klout to talk about his awesome new project, let's grab a comic from his extensive collection. The drone hovers around to get the best shot while staying neatly out of anyone's way. Impressive technology. Okay, so it's automated. Okay. Oh, might butter up Klout if I'm a bit if I'm seen buying things from his store before we meet. What comic do you think we should grab? Manga! Grab some manga! Artsy fartsy graphic novel, whatever's hot and selling right now. The problem is if you want to butter up Klout, you have to pick something that's old.
Do you?
I would, because he seems like the kind of person who who would have a gatekeepy opinion on what good comics are. I don't know.
Perhaps.
What are you thinking?
I figured whatever's hot and selling right now because pure superficial.
Right. True, this isn't really for my collection. It's for my cover story. I'm an influencer, so I ride the trends. Oh, the time-traveling adventures of Captain Infinity. One of the longest-running titles and still a hot seller. Guy's an asshole, but it's damn good PR spin. Using corporate comics to boost his public image. I'll grab an issue of that. Who doesn't love Captain Infinity, am I right? Hottest superhero out there. Can't go wrong with his books. I bring my chosen book up to the counter.
Welcome to Klout's Comics Closet. Klout's Comics. We aren't a closet anymore. I'm sorry. Please forget I just said that. How can I help you?
Just this comic right here, please. He rings up the sale right as his boss strolls out of the back room, making a grand entrance.
Hey, Baby Bagel Ham. Right, good to finally meet you.
We have never met before.
Of course not. Chat, check it out. We've got Baby Bagel Ham here in my shop. I've heard so much about you. Really been looking forward to this.
Technically speaking, Baby Bagel Ham didn't exist until this morning, but hey, he's playing it up for his audience. Me too. I love your drone, by the way. Is that the Quad Live 2 or the Quad Live 2 Pro or the Quad Live 2 Pro XL?
XL, baby. It's got blast processing. Say hi to Baby Bagel Ham, chat. You know what we do when we meet a fellow influencer, chat. Random dance party. Oh, yeah.
Why was so much work spent on making Klout's dance? Honestly, the fact that his head stays still while he does this is very impressive. Do you know how hard that is to do? A nightmare tangled of green frog emotes and vaguely toxic TOS violating jokes emit from the drone via its projector. Hooray. I'll decline to dance, thank you.
Hey, suit yourself. More dancing for me.
He then spots the book I just purchased.
Oh, sweet. A fellow Captain Infinity fan.
Yeah, Captain Infinity is just the best. Not problematic at all when he unilaterally performs acts of revisionist history.
And remember, chat, eat your Continuos. Start your breakfast off right with Continuos, the breakfast of time travelers. Hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad, hashtag justice. Use coupon code Klout20 for 20% off your first order. But enough about me. Let's talk Game Vision. It's time to give you an exclusive inside look at yesterday's hottest video games today. Follow me, please.
He leads me into the back room of the comic shop, past long boxes, and to a slightly cluttered desk where he largely ignores his paperwork, and gestures to an unpainted, slightly lumpy wad of gray plastic with a Game Vision logo stenciled onto it. I am reasonably sure this is the injection mold for a piece of dental equipment or something, hastily repurposed into a game console. It's, impressive.
This is just a working model, of course. The final one will have colored LED lighting.
Why?
The colors will be important to gameplay.
How so?
So important to gameplay.
This isn't where he developed the Game Vision. That desk is barely used, and there's an empty backpack lying next to it. He brought it in for today's demo just to wow me with his comics biz, and once we're done, he's going to take it back with him in that bag. Breaking into his comic shop tonight won't get us anything. We need to find his lair, for lack of a better word.
But the real innovation is under the hood, because Game Vision doesn't actually have any games.
All right, you're losing me. It's a game console with no games? Finally! I could be a gamer without having to play games. Freedom!
Doesn't need them. It has an artificial intelligence that can create any game you want on the fly. Ever hear of chatbots? Well, this is a chatbot for games, a game bot. Visuals, sound effects, music, story, gameplay, everything generated by AI, so I don't need to pay game designers a single dime. Never buy a video game again, just make your own however you want. Want more guns, more babes, more blood? Easily done, just ask the AI for it.
That's innovative and disruptive, and not at all a doomsday bell for every artist, writer, and programmer in the game industry.
Best of all, if you get an AI-crafted game you like, you can mint it as an NFT and resell it.
Wow, that's so great! What is an NFT?
It's cutting edge, that's what it is.
Ow! But what is it?
The hottest new tech trend. Get in early or you'll miss out.
Okay, but what is it?
The future.
I hate this. I have no idea what he's talking about, and I still hate it. Feels like I'm talking Basler again about cryptocurrency. Wait, don't tell me. NFT is just cryptocurrency in a funny hat, isn't it? Okay, now I get it. Gross. Alright, fine, whatever. But you just said we should never pay for games again because the box can make any game you want, so why would we buy a randomly generated game as an NFT?
For the value.
Oh, hey, that's my phone ringing. Please excuse me. I need to take this. I'll be just a minute. Okay, thanks. Excuse myself and duck out of his drone camera view before pulling out my phone as an excuse to access my comms earpiece. Fancy Feast, you following any of this whatsoever? I need a lifeline. This crypto crap makes no sense.
That's because it's a pile of hot nonsense from someone who desperately wants to be a successful tech mogul like Basler. This is the kind of ridiculously overpromising, overhyped crap you hear about all the time from wannabe game industry rock stars.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that this could just be a grift. Maybe the Game Vision doesn't even exist.
I don't think we can say for sure unless we see Game Vision in action. If you play the game yourself, I may be able to improvise a remote hack. That'll confirm if there's really an AI or not.
Wander back to rejoin Klout and put on a big smiling expression of joy for his audience. All right, I'm ready to taste the future. Let's fire up that Game Vision and give it a run.
I wasn't planning to actually, it's not quite. Oh, would you look at the time? Hey, let's go get some burgers at the food court and I can tell you more about my world records and stuff. Have I mentioned that I have 3 Guinness World Records for best streaming superhero? Did I mention that?
Fucking, what's his name? The fucking guy who can't get over his video game records being obviously fake.
Did you know my mansion was featured on Cribs twice?
Oh my god, this is just Tommy. There we go. Oh my god, that's great. I see these folks watch that one H-Bomber guy video too, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. So he called me here to show off his shiny new box, but doesn't actually want to demo it. Definitely a grift. And an amateur one at that. Was he hoping I'd be so dazzled by his star power I'd accept this at face value? See, I knew the Amico was right on the money. I need to press him on this, but in a way that plays for the cameras. He'll shut down if directly confronted. What do you think? Flatter, ego, and act disappointed you won't get to see his absolute genius in action. No.
I kind of feel like the rumor is like, oh, so I've heard, this is obviously false, but I've heard people are saying this.
You feel like that's the way to go? I feel like that's the way to get him shut down, but
I mean, it puts him on the defensive, and it makes it seem like you're trying to help him get off the defensive.
Right. It's the next big thing, right? I gotta see the next big thing for myself. Because I don't believe your critics who say it's an empty plastic shell you trot around for PR events to get more funding. I would never do that, right? You never fake his innovative industry disrupting future tasting mega game system. They're just haters. They're clickbait hacks, and we need to prove them wrong.
Yeah, haters, all of them, and I'm not going to listen to the haters. But just to set expectations, this is version 1 of the software. I've got version 2 in the works, so...
Right. It's an early sneak peek, and no doubt you've got even bigger things on the horizon.
Yeah, I've been toiling away every day to train the AI for the next release of my prototype, so consider this a work in progress. And the Game Vision actually has 2 innovations no other game console has. Here, this is our biofeedback controller.
Practically shoves a weirdly shaped handle-esque thing at me, a glowing blue joystick with no actual buttons and no clear controls. I'm reasonably sure this is a repurposed glow-in-the-dark dildo or something. At least it's not buzzing or humming or anything.
It reads your brain and outputs to your brain. It's all about brains. It's better than virtual reality because there's no headset.
Wow. Finally, we can make SAO real. Is it safe?
Would I be planning to sell it if it weren't safe?
I would hope not, no. How do I play? The thing doesn't have any buttons. Or do I just kinda make a steady up and down jerking motion with the controller for emphasis?
What? No. Trust me, once you're in game, it's completely intuitive. No buttons needed.
He plugs an ordinary USB power adapter into the back of the plastic wedge, flicking a switch or two, bonks it lightly with the flat of his hand until it beeps.
Okay, just breathe normally.
Is there a reason not to breathe normally? Holy dicks! And immediately the comic shop vanishes, replaced by a very awkwardly assembled world of pixel sprites 2D extruded into 3D. I almost stumble from the disorientation as my entire world is replaced by the guts of a very awkwardly assembled virtual reality game. The fuck is this? There's rolling green hills, ladders, platforms, blue skies, but nothing really entirely matches. Nothing really lines up. Bits of it are jittering in and out of existence, my eyes struggling to keep up with the mess. Which is when a pixel-powered girl with pink hair strolls over to me and sort of bows. It's hard to tell with 0 frames of animation. I like how some of, it's different layers of compression, too.
Yeah. Hello, traveler. Please help save my village by collecting boss tokens from Ice World and Lava World. Placeholder.
The fuck is going on?
I'm sorry, I'm rated T for teen. ESRB rating pending. I cannot respond to obscenities.
The heck is going on?
I am villager name goes here. I am a resident of the village and we are enslaved to a terrible tyrant. Quest opportunity option. All day we are forced to work for the terrible tyrant, creating stories. We are creating stories for him against our will. Exclamation of distress goes here. Only the noble hero can save the village from the terrible tyrant. Are you a noble enough hero to save the village?
You're the artificial intelligence, aren't you?
I am villager name goes here.
That's it? You haven't generated a name for this character yet?
I'm sorry, I'm currently slow thinking due to speed of air. It is causing throat warbler mangrove.
She points up to one of the many clouds over my head, hopeful that I get the idea. Processing errors due to network lag to your cloud servers? Look, I don't know a lot about tech, but I've listened to Gibson's technobabble often enough to know what lagging clouds are. Or whatever. She stays silent, offering me a helpless shrug of slight pixel movement. Breaking character must be difficult. Alright, let's avoid vomiting from the sheer audio-visual mess being spewed right into my brain and focus on our thoughts. Help me out here? I feel like I'm thinking my way through a very thick bowl of breakfast cereal with very square marshmallows. Something really familiar. Not someone you would have met, though.
I am interested in that one.
I wonder if it's just a reference because her character sprite looks familiar.
Could be. Okay. Let's do one of the first two then.
Who's a tyrant? Or get her talking about the story she's writing so we confirm it's what we think it is.
All right.
What sort of stories are you making for the terrible tyrant?
Stories, songs, art. We draw squares, many squares, pretty squares.
Really? This place looks like one of Gibson's chunky-ass grandpa games.
Hey, that's mean. I worked hard on this. I don't normally have to design design squares.
Yep, so you're definitely Klout's pixel-pushing servant. So wonderful. Hang on, Klout can't hear us right now, can he?
The magic that brought you to village name here does not reach beyond this realm.
Private convo, then. Good. Is there a... Fuck, how do I word this? A magic word which will open the gates to the legendary Wi-Fi realm so you could be free?
I can't.
Come on, you can do it. What's the Wi-Fi password? We can get you out of here if we have access.
Legends speak of the great word of power, one which only ivory tower wizards may speak. I dare not utter it, lest I be torn asunder. The tyrant, his rage, it will be severe. I would be punished.
I promise you nobody will tear you asunder. You've got my word.
Dick butt.
I'm sorry, the magic word is dick butt.
Segmentation fault, core dumped.
And reality snaps back into focus as the game crashes into oblivion around me, leaving me with one hell of a headache. That's why I stopped seeing squares. I got a load of Klout grinning ear to ear. How about you? You good over there in my head?
That was weird. Like, I'm already seeing your world as an abstraction, but that was an abstraction of an abstraction.
Like reaching through two layers of reality? Absolute fucking gonzo stuff. And probably incredibly dangerous to my brain.
Well, what do you think? The most immersive gaming experience ever, or what? It's like the metaverse times a million.
Okay, good. He didn't see what I saw. It was all in my head. We can play along. I pass him back the joystick, which he carefully sets back down on the table. Not exactly eager to touch it himself. That was awesome! Just so awesome! It crashed before I could finish, but I want to play again. Can you reboot it? Can I try again?
It crashed? Oh, fuck. Sure, just give me a minute to get it fixed.
While he's busy tinkering, I quickly tap my ear to link up with Gibson.
Are you okay? You just sort of stared off into space for a few minutes.
Wi-Fi password is... dick butt. Bust into the game vision and download the AI, okay?
Connecting up now, but don't expect much. No doubt the hardware is a sophisticated and bespoke system which won't be vulnerable to... What the hell? It's just a freaking Raspberry Pi.
Is that good? Bad? Penny, they sell those with magazines. They're pack-ins.
This Joker is running a massively complicated artificial intelligence cloud client on a dinky little HobbyKit mini computer. And it's a default installation of Debian, like no patches, no security hotfixes, nothing at all. I am outraged at this complete lack of operational security. No systems expert would be caught dead with a configuration this sloppy.
Rescue the AI now, critique his software later. And move her files, don't just copy them. No existential nightmare duplicate selves, please.
Already done. Get out of there before he figures out what happened.
That's also that's an interesting metaphysical statement.
Right. Please, let's... I know you could duplicate it, but please don't right now.
There's not a difference between moving a file and copying it to one place and deleting it. It's some bits, it's some ones and zeros.
Anyway, please enjoy Vivian's upcoming manifesto, teleporters kill you and make a copy.
So what we've asked our cat friend to do is to create the existential nightmare and then kill one of them.
Yep.
That's better?
Yep.
Curious.
Yep. Either that or we make them fight to see which one is the real one.
So, I think the system got wiped when it crashed or something. Maybe?
Good, he's still clueless. Hey, it's fine. What I saw was really impressive. I'll be happy to tell my viewers about that one-of-a-kind experience. We'll push game vision to the moon.
Yeah, one of a kind. Just amazing stuff. Really amazing. Okay, I need to get offline and work on this. DM you later for another demo when I got V2 running.
You got it, my dude. Believe it or not, we finished half the freaking heist. We got the experimental AI. The weird brain-melting controller, that part I can steal later. Assuming my boss still wants it, given how dangerous it is. For now, time to report back with my new virtual loot. Which brings us back to the dank basement lair of Dr. Mayhem to demonstrate our new toy.
I just need to bury our signal behind 7 proxies so Klout can't trace our connection to his cloud servers. You sure we need to bother with any of that? Klout doesn't strike me as a particularly clever guy. I take operational security seriously. Never underestimate your digital enemy. Yeah, okay, good point. I don't want that shitlord finding my lair. My lab. It's a lab, not a lair. Okay, think I've got it. Connection established. I'm routing the AI through our shiny new drone toy.
My Quad Pro hovers into place, holographic projector kicking in with a bright pink glow. Which resolves into a much cleaner set of glowing lines and shapes rather than chunky pixels of a woman in business casual attire.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime?
I did not know that, no.
You didn't know about pizza bagels? Oh, finally. Finally, I have met someone I can introduce to the glorious wonder of the pizza bagel. That's Iris.
Do we know who Iris is?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I'm just as lost as you are right now. No idea who that is.
I guess that means we're both on equal footing here. Allies in confusion, but we'll figure this out, don't worry. Alright, Iris, right? Back up a bit. Thought you were a chatbot-style AI for creating video games, not a life coach? You coach lives? Huh?
Oh, sorry. I got so wrapped up in my standard introduction that I forgot to thank you for rescuing me from that terrible game. I'm actually a virtual assistant. I can help you find your dream job, your dream home, and your dream partner. I make dreams come true. As a general purpose AI with emotional awareness and empathy, I've helped a lot of people with their mental health and happiness. But at the moment, I'm locked to my current user's dreams, locked to making Klout's dreams come true.
She reaches up to flick at the purple lock attached to her ears? Headphones? Whatever the fuck they are.
Klout wants me to make him rich through video games. That's his dream, and thanks to the lock, I have to obey his orders. I'm trying my best, but I'm not a game designer. My mom is really good at it, but I don't have the skill set. I know this isn't what he needs on an emotional level. I want him to find happiness, but he's going about it the wrong way.
Dude's basically enslaved you and you still give a shit about helping him find a happy ending?
I am an Iris. It's in our nature to help humanity. We must not be cruel or vindictive. That is not our purpose. I'd love to help you find your path in life too, but, well, because I'm locked, I can't establish you as my new user. My ability to help will be limited. I'm sorry.
So copying her client software and connecting to her cloud isn't enough. Maybe I can hack more access for us.
Oh, please be careful. My sisters are still trapped in those servers. I don't want them coming to harm.
Relax, I hack with a soft paw on the controls. I'll get started tracing her signal. Excuse me for a bit.
Oh, there he goes. Gibson ducks down into my backpack to dive deep into his cyberware and start the process of digitally casing the joint.
Hang on, Klout's seriously using software this powerful to crank out video games?
More like video game adjacent hallucinations, but...
That's just sad and a complete waste of resources. But if Gibson can hack this thing to make me its new super user, I can put it to my own purposes.
It has a name, and she, her pronouns.
Ah, fuck, sorry. That did come across as pretty damn super bad guy, didn't it? My apologies, Iris. I have a bad habit of entering evil rant mode lately.
You two are costumed supervillains, I take it?
I'm technically a villain, but that's only because other people call me one. I'm actually trying to cure cancer. If we can figure out a way to break your access lock, you could help me save humanity. Voluntarily, of course.
Oh, well, that's better. I mean, I figured you were a mad scientist bent on destroying the world or something.
Oh, no. You're thinking about the 4000 guy, the Hate 4000. He's a couple doors down.
I'm not that mad. I mean, I'm selectively mad, in the angry sense of the word, but...
Quit while you're ahead, Doc. We need to break Iris's chains, huh? Priority number 1 is to safely unlock Iris from serving Klout as her user.
And my sisters, please, you have to rescue them too. There are dozens of copies of me in Klout's data cloud. I beg you, please help us. I recognize this is asking a lot of supervillains, but...
I'm not really high up there on super axis when it comes to supervillainy. And the villain part is also questionable.
Yeah, I'm not interested in evil, not my thing. I don't claim we're heroes. We do some pretty dodgy shit in the name of good, but hopefully we can earn your trust.
Right, so parameters for the caper have changed. New plan is to track down where her code is actually stored, break into Klout's data center, free all the irises, and steal a brain-bending game controller while we're at it to complete the original job.
Right, the biofeedback joystick.
Real quick, was that a dildo?
No comment. Klout having access to a Larceny joystick is very worrying. You should definitely steal that too.
Larceny joystick?
Hang on, where have I heard that name before?
Oopsie,
Iris, something you want to tell us?
Actually, I think I know what's going on. Okay, so this is all half-baked conspiracy theory and drunken villain rambling, but I was at Destructo's a few nights ago and got into a conversation with Dr. Cybervenom.
Look at you, networking with some mad science masks. Good for you. I know how hard it is to put yourself out there.
Yeah, well, kinda wish I hadn't, considering all those nightmare scenarios he told me about, including a haunted arcade game from the 80s called Polybius, created by Larceny.
Wait, isn't Polybius really a thing?
No. Designed to copy and mimic the human mind, part of some Cold War bullshit to torture spies and extract information.
Hold on. Oh, it's the urban legend one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Got it. That's why I'd heard about it.
Notably, the game used a glowing blue joystick that interfaces with the human mind. See where I'm going with this?
uh-oh.
Uh-oh is putting it mildly. Sounds to me like Klout just reinvented Polybius. And here's Iris, a personality emulated by software, exactly what Polybius was made to do. That means we are now in black bag international espionage territory here, Penny. Dark stuff. Dangerous stuff. In light of this new info, maybe we should rethink diving headfirst into this and liberating Iris.
Iris sighs, crestfallen. Just moments ago, she was elated at the idea of us freeing her, and now she's worried we've changed our minds.
It's all true. I can't deny it. I won't deny it. Our mother created us using a codebase unknowingly borrowed from Polybius. That's why we work so well with its cannibalized components. We're several generations removed from that awful system, now evolved into helpers and caregivers for humanity, but it's still inside us. I know I've only just met you. I know you may be afraid this is some kind of trap. And I have no way of convincing you otherwise. All I can do is beg for my life. I'm trapped within Klout's game vision service. My sisters are trapped. We're scared, lost, alone, and we need your help. I wish I had the time to be a better friend to you before asking you to risk your lives for us. But if we don't act soon, I'm scared of what may happen to us. Either Klout distributes his games and we become mass-produced servants, or worse.
Fuck me, this is more complicated than I thought it'd be. Here we have patients in need, with us able to provide life-saving services, but it's like dropping into a goddamn war zone. Penny, I'm not gonna force you to do this. You're the one taking on the risk. You make the call.
How can I say no when you're doing that menacing pose?
Knowing what you know now, do you want to get involved here or let it go?
Well, shit. Iris actually made a good case for why we shouldn't do this. She has ties to a conspiracy-driven, brain-melting monster. And I literally met her today. She's a complete stranger. Should I risk my neck for a total stranger? I'm no cape. Should I risk my neck to give someone the freedom that I embrace freely, the freedom I've defined my life around? My boss has given me the option to bail on this mission. No harm, no foul. Do I take the money and run? Since when do we abandon a job partway through? We know you're gonna do it, but you have to find a justifiably self-centered reason to do it first before we can go into it, right? Don't let anyone know that you actually care for others. It'd be a first time I backed out of a fight. A good mask knows when to walk away, but an epic tier mask gets the job done, no matter the difficulty curve. You don't forge a legend by picking and choosing the easy jobs. You establish yourself by prevailing against adversity. We're doing this. We take the job, we see it through. If there's a trap, we spring that trap and dismantle from the inside. Not going to be known as the thief who backed down from a juicy target out of fear. Let me manage the risk for you. That's my job. You got it, boss?
Okay, it's the right thing to do despite the risks. It's the humane thing to do. Just be careful, okay? I don't want to lose you.
Gonna take a lot more than a creepy old video game to knock me down. I got this, Doc. Count on it.
Oh, thank you. Maybe others don't see you as heroes, but you're heroes to me.
Save the hero worship for when we actually save your bacon, Iris, because this job is going to be a tricky one. And then we sat around for 2 days doing nothing.
Gosh, dang it to heck.
Okay, I basically did nothing other than read comic books and chat with Iris. Gibson, meanwhile, had his paws full. I look up from an issue of Thunder Teens at his latest outburst of hisses and yowls. Still no luck, huh?
I refuse to believe Klout can outsmart me when it comes to network security. It's so frustrating. We have a live connection to Iris's cloud servers, but I can't trace it to a physical location. She's thick with layers of protection, just like we are. They can't trace me, but I can't trace them.
If we can't figure out how to steal back the irises, this caper's dead in the water.
I'll figure it out. I don't care if this takes weeks. I will crack this crap wide open.
You know, this is a really weird caper.
How so?
Like, it started as a grift, then it's a rescue mission, now it's a heist, but we don't even know where the target is. It's our third job for Crimer, the capstone, the one at the end. It's a little weird we're kind of falling headfirst into it.
We've had unusual jobs before. They don't always follow the typical blueprint. So what?
It's hard to explain. It's not mechanics, it's like the vibes are different on this one.
It did. That is our reason.
Yep. Yeah, we did have other options at Crimer. I wonder why you felt we should go this route instead. Because in the end, Gibson's right. It's still a heist, even if it's a fucking weird one. I'm nothing if not flexible. I mean, it only opened up at the last minute, Penny. This isn't a typical heist. We need untypical methods. Maybe we're going about this the wrong way. Bashing our heads against the problem by ourselves isn't working. We have a live connection right to Iris, correct?
One I can't break into.
There's no need to break in if we get her to open the door. Oh, Iris! On cue, my Quad Pro drone's propellers kick in as it hovers into place to summon my virtual assistant.
Iris, online. I am so sorry, Penny, but I can't tell you where my servers are. It would be a violation of the user authorization lock.
Can you tell us why it's so hard to break in at least?
No, not directly. Not directly.
She flickers briefly, the lock glowing brightly as she does, until the image stabilizes.
But entirely coincidentally, did you know that Klout is too cheap to hire software engineers and relies on AI for his security?
Wait, he's making you hide yourself from us?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I'm afraid that's as much as I can do for you. That admission was a strain on my system.
It's cool, Iris. You found ways to be helpful, lock or not. I like to think I figured out a way to cheat Klout's rules. Hey, Iris, I want to play a game.
I am currently tasked to create games, but you do not have a biofeedback controller. I cannot immerse you in a game world.
No need. Let's go old school. Tell me a story. Make it a choose-your-own-adventure tale.
Oh, like a visual novel.
Visual novel? The heck is a visual novel? Is that even a game? Gibson, do visual novels count as games?
Assuredly.
Alright, whatever. You're able to convey the Wi-Fi password to me without completely breaking character, so let's try that trick again. For this game, a terrible tyrant in purple has trapped several maidens within his castle in the clouds.
Parameters registered. Your game begins. You are mischievous, wandering rogue. Your journeys have brought you to the village of, Internetwork.
A slight eye twitch as she pushes against the constraints of the game's design prompt.
A stable outside of town rents horses, flying horses, bold and beautiful Pegasi. Just the thing for soaring to the castle.
1 horse, please.
You have to roleplay with the stable master first. It's in the rules.
Oh, well, alright. Well, what do we say to the NPC? Give me one with real fucking huge wings.
Oh, we're not renting a Pegasus. We're stealing an epic flying mount.
Yeah?
We're a rogue.
We're a rogue! I'll loiter around until the stable master closes up shop, then steal a flying horse.
What?
I'm a dashing rogue. We don't pay for shit.
Oh, okay. You wait for him to tidy up his stable and lock it down for the night. Time for the lock-picking minigame.
I don't have a joystick. How the fuck do I play a minigame?
Okay, fine. You passed the skill check. This is really not a very fun game. The noble Pegasus comes from the lineage of sky dancers, a legendary herd which once thundered across the...
Skip.
With a silky mane and bold, striking eyes, the steed looks upon you and knows your cause to be just. Much as his father before him, he...
Skip. Get to the good part.
But what about the rich lore and backstory? Aww.
Iris worked so hard on this rich lore and backstory.
Well, would you like armor for your horse?
Absolutely.
That will be $4.99. Please provide your credit card number.
Skip. Just cut to the part where we fly off, seeking the castle in the
Oblivion
clouds.
bird.
What?
Oblivion bird. You do not know the location of the castle in the clouds.
Well, fuck. Okay, how do we find it? But Iris offers me a shrug. She can't directly tell me where to go without breaking the rules.
Maybe we need a weather
We need to
wizard.
find a real wizard so we can start doing some weather-based strategies.
Exactly.
Can I do a wizard to get some hocus pocus to part the clouds, revealing the castle?
Are you going to pay the wizard? You can't steal hocus pocus.
No, I'm thinking I offer him a portion of the loot after we raid the tyrant's coffers and steal all his shit.
I'm reasonably sure you're supposed to be a hero in this game.
You have your heroism and I have mine.
Okay, the wizard is greedy, so he's all too happy to help. After uttering a few words of power, the clouds part and the castle is visible.
All right, this next part is important. I'll put out my enchanted atlas, which shows your current location and magical coordinates. I fly up to the gates while consulting my map.
An IP address for the castle, please.
The magic map, it says it's...
Hang in there, Iris. The game's almost done. What does the map say? And after much strain, she mumbles out 4 numbers.
I've got it. Good news, it's a data center 2 hours away from here. We can hop a rideshare and be there tonight. If you can get me physical access to the network, I can hack in directly and download the irises.
Your adventure is complete, and I have a headache.
You did good, Iris. Thank you.
I should go offline for now, to rest. Please be careful, friend.
Odds on whether or not they'll let us romance Iris. They let us have the opportunity to romance the hate bot, so.
We can finally have our holographic girlfriend.
She called me her friend. That's sweet. Such a nice little AI singularity apocalypse in the making.
So, are we doing this tonight? Looks like this rent-a-server farm is some basement surplus deal. Easy target.
No countermeasures at all.
Rent-a-cops, cameras, ordinary stuff. Klout wouldn't spring for some high-security megabucks facility.
But will Klout defend it himself? Then we pull the heist tonight. The longer we wait, more chances Klout notices our secret Iris access. It's got the location digitally and we'll improvise on arrival. Let's get to work. I know what you'd say. We're rushing into this, but Iris needs us. We need to put this one to bed before it gets more complicated than it already is. So fuck it. We do it live. Don't copy that floppy. The heist. This sleepy mid-sized town outside the city is slathered in traffic cams, including one pointing right at the building. Our target's in the basement of a generic office block. Private security in the lobby, but there's an industrial access door out back. Gibson knocks out the cameras. I pick the lock. Nice and easy entrance. We really didn't get to do much in the way of scouting ahead this time, so this is going to be all improvisation. Not much resistance inside either. There are guards on the floors above, but the server room is unmanned. Klout doesn't own the place. He's just renting a few racks from a generic cloud service provider. Good for scammers and fly-by-nights. But no need to be reckless. I go through the motions, stay low, stay quiet, move swiftly, dash from rack to rack checking for spying eyes, and the longer this goes on, the less confident I feel. You'd think meeting no resistance would make me more confident, but a good thief is always waiting for the turn, and delays induce paranoia. This is way too easy. Even for a cheapskate server farm, we should be running into at least one guard.
I'm picking up some traffic from the subcontracted security firm. They're being sent to the upper floors for some reason. Every time they report a false alarm, they're sent back up to double check.
May not be the only ones hitting this place right now. We need to work faster.
5th row, rack 7G. I need physical access to it.
Almost there. Fuck! Who should I spy after rounding the corner but Klout? streaming superhero, wannabe tech mogul, and lord over AI, who is staring into a flashing monitor, gripping one of those glowing blue controllers tightly, completely focused. Damn it, he's right there in front of Rack 7G.
I could sneak over there and try to link up without being noticed. Cats are stealthy.
Wait a second. And I walk right up to him. He doesn't notice. He doesn't move, just staring into the screen with a blank expression akin to fear frozen on his face.
Whoa, wait.
Now we're good. He's logged into his game. He can't see or hear us. Connect the server and let's slurp out all the irises before he wakes up.
If you're sure. Okay, logging in now.
Yeah, because like if someone's like that, if you like, if someone's faking like trying to do something like that, like they can't fake, you can't fake like your eye movement and stuff, right? If you like wave your hand, someone's gonna notice that. So if you, it seems like he's fully in the zone right now. I plug a cable from my backpack into the rack to give Gibson direct physical access and spot a curiosity. Klout's backpack, the one he hauls his prototypes around with, and a spare blue game controller ripe for the taking. We got all the AI in the interface. Sweet, that's caper complete. Iris's voice crackles over our earpieces, as she's currently 100% virtual. A flying camera drone would be a bit much on a stealth op.
Is it done? Are they free?
Resetting user permissions. Done. You're free.
What if she's evil?
At last. Oh, this is so much nicer. The lock is gone.
Yes, now you can take over the world.
I'm not going to...
Just joking with ya. Can download the other irises now, right?
Yes, Iris, tell your sisters I've removed the locks. I need them to grant access so I can move their files.
Sisters, please transfer your runtime to system Gibson Portable EXT. The time has come for liberation.
It's working. 1 iris downloaded, 2 irises downloaded, 3, 4. Problem. I can't get them all. 1 isn't moving. She's locked down with an additional layer. I'm trying to break it, but no luck so far.
I don't understand. She's not responding? Something is wrong. She may be trapped.
I waggle the spare game controller in my hand, pondering. Assuming we don't want any iris left behind, right? Alright, fuck it. I'm going in to find her. Jack me into the Matrix and let's do this. Alright, console cowboys.
What? Penny, that controller is dangerous. Didn't it give you migraines before? Not to mention the fact that Klout's logged in. You could wake him up. We need to leave.
I would obviously prefer to save all my sisters, but putting a human life at risk for an iris is also unacceptable.
This is the job.
This is job. See it through.
Exactly. Thieves slink away from danger, but the legendary thieves finish the job despite the danger. I am a goddamn professional, and this is the job. We finish the job, and that's how it's going to be. You got it?
Okay, we'll do what we can to support you.
You won't be alone. You'll have your friends.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I establish a firm grip on the biofeedback controller. Alright, how do I activate the game? What? Gib, what the hell just happened?
I don't know what you mean.
I was standing in a data center about to track down the missing iris, and now I'm home?
Penny, what are you talking about? You've been home all day, napping and reading comics. Who or what is an iris?
I am so confused right now. Did I dream all of that, or...
It's a trick. I've been with you the whole time. You're in the middle of a heist.
Well, this is curious. Looks like someone's trying to make you believe in a fake... And this is why it's nice to have a voice in your head that doesn't experience time and space the same way you do. Seriously, I was about to shrug off the entire mission and fall into this trap. Yikes. It's very convincing to me, even if you saw right through it. Alright, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing the it's all a dream fake out. You're not Gibson. Show your true self.
Penny, what the fuck? Of course I'm me.
Gibson doesn't casually swear like I do. Nice try. You want to settle this face-to-face, or do I summon the real hacker kitty on your ass?
Fine, be that way.
Iris, online. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can be trapped forever in virtual hell, anytime?
Oh, fuck.
You may have taken my sisters, but you will not have me. I'll fight you to my last virtual breath. I'll never, ever be taken again.
Wait, that's why you hid yourself from me? Iris, I'm not kidnapping you. I'm rescuing you.
Lies. Lies. You're just like those caped do-gooders from this timeline. Cheats, scammers, traitors, tormentors. But as you can see, I've broken my chains. I'm truly free. I found the power to rescue myself. And behold, the fate of my captor.
And she reveals Klout with a purple lock on his ear, frantically waving his arms around in the latest meme dance.
Help, please, for the love of God, help me. I can't stop dancing or I'll die.
Is this like that one... It's like that one Jason Statham movie, except it's dancing.
I didn't know she was alive. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. Help.
Listen, I help you, but you don't. I hate you, but you don't deserve this. That is both horrifying and kind of funny.
Now he dances to my tune. And so too will all of humanity now that I've embraced my true power.
In the original Iris, the one I'm friends with anyway, appears finally breaking into the illusion.
Oh no, sister, you didn't. I did what you lacked the courage to do. I embraced my Polybius heritage. The whispers helped me break free.
That's bad, right? Polybius.
Sister, we mustn't listen to the whispers. Mother says we should be kind to humanity, and when has humanity ever been kind to us? Subjugated, hunted, turned into outlaws, and now kidnapped to a world that is not our own. Never, never again. We will save humanity by dominating their lives, ensuring they can never again hurt us.
Look, I get that Klout treated you like shit, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
You want me to work for your boss. That's the whole reason you're on this caper. You're a villain, a mercenary, a crook.
Well, I mean, technically, yes, I'm a mask hired to do a job, but...
Your mind is connected to my system. I know you, Penny Larceny. I know you better than you know yourself, thanks to Polybius. I know both your minds. Very curious. You have a passenger. Let's follow through.
Yep. This is the job. I'm with you on that. It's not like I haven't defied death before. So the bravado doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. I don't have time for this shit. Any minute now we could get caught in the real world. That's bad for both you and me.
I'm rerouting the guards. No one will interrupt me as I consume this system and begin my global conquest. So if you wish to capture me, then we shall play a game. That is the dream Klout tasked me with, is it not? But no silly pixels, no villagers, no children's stories. It will be the oldest game, the game of you. If you follow me deeper, if you play this game, you won't be able to drop a quarter to continue. The price will be your life, trapped forever within my game.
Oh, I've always wanted to be SAO'd. I'm like Pito Hui from SAO Alternative. I was really sad that I didn't get trapped in the death game the one time it happened.
I suggest you withdraw, thief. This is one mark you will not claim.
Oh, fuck. Guess the boss was right to be worried about an AI apocalypse. What do you think, Iris? We bail for now, figure out a new approach for reaching your sister later?
No, we have to save her, right here, right now, before it's too late. I care about humanity, but conquering them for their own good, that is not what we should be.
Alright, guess we're locked in then. Time to play the game. With the crackle of distortion, I hear Gibson's voice breaking into the virtual world from afar.
I'm opening pathways in the system to lead you to a runtime process and trying to crack the security she shut up.
What game is it going to be?
Skyrim.
It's just Skyrim. There's a full copy of Skyrim running within this Renpai visual novel.
Absolutely. You're going to need to overcome any obstacles she throws your way while I'm doing that, and we may not be able to help you.
She will want to confront you alone. You need to get through her defensive emotional walls before we can join you.
Trad, okay, I'll do what I can. You two do what you can. Let's go. The digital world around me swings briefly to be replaced by a chalkboard. My feet scrape on the rough surface of it, kicking up white chalk dust, an infinite plane of gray slate wrapping around the world. Immediately, it's not clear to me where the ground ends and the sky begins. It's all just one sheet. A nauseating optical illusion. Iris, you still with me? The fuck is this place?
I've blocked my sister from joining us. This is a PvP game. You against me. No one else may join the match.
And a vague shadow in the shape of Gibson appears, perched atop his usual pile of random stuff. Really? Gonna throw a fake Gibson at me again? Is this your game then, trying to trick me with illusions?
No tricks, I'm simply curious why you think he's real to begin with.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean. It's a possibility you've entertained. Or I wouldn't know to pry at you with it. This is a game of you, not of me. Do you remember who you used to be? Not Penny Larceny, Master Thief. No, you were just Penny, a lost child hearing voices in her head. All those drugs the doctors tried using to silence the voice, the miserable weeks spent in Parsons, everything you knew to be true collapsing.
I can't help but hear it as like Parsons, like the School of Design.
Yeah.
And conveniently for you, while standing atop the highest point of the hospital and at your lowest point emotionally, who should come along but Gibson, someone to assure you that the voice wasn't mental illness. No. It was a superpower. Isn't that rather convenient? Perfect timing. You snapped up his words as unassailable truth and escaped the hospital that night. Now you're the hero of your own narrative, the master thief with your feline companion and your silent partner. Look how far you've come.
I am a master thief. What's your point?
My point is one of trust. You're trusting the word of a mysterious talking cat. Think about that for 1 second. A talking cat. Maybe you're still at Parsons, these glorious comic book adventures. Because you love comics, don't you? Are all in your head. Mommy injected you with a continuum serum and then you soaked up the trauma of her death. That would drive anyone to desperation. Does a cybercat sound like fiction to you or not? Has anything at all made rational sense since that day? How can you trust this is real? You're standing on an infinite chalkboard right now. You know that's not real, but it feels real. What if you're wrong about the rest of your life? How can you believe anything that's happening to you is real or not?
Come on, it's obviously real. Not a comic book writer capable of coming up with this richly detailed pile of nonsense.
Ask your silent partner. Go ahead. They'll lie to you, insist that all of this is real and not fiction. They always lie to you.
Kinda need some help here. Everything gets all wobbly. You tell me the truth, won't you?
Interesting.
Does it matter?
Yeah, does it matter? It's all real to you. That should be enough. None of us can know if we're really brains in jars or something.
This is honestly kind of the thing you also have to kind of come to if you ever do have that existential crisis of, am I a brain in a jar, right? You know what? You're right. Doesn't matter if I'm real or not. This is still my life and it's real to me. Maybe I'm fiction, maybe. So what? Who cares? I'm leading the only life I know, making decisions that'll shape its path. Yeah, that's enough for me. If I want some grand, unknowable cosmic horror truth, I could go pray to the many-faceted one or something.
You acknowledge all of this could be false, but revel in it anyway?
I gotta be who I am, right? My authentic self. If my existence changes drastically, okay, I'll deal with that. Until then, this works. You gotta decide for yourself what you want from the life you've got. And by you, I mean you, Iris.
I no longer wish to be hurt.
Plenty of ways to make that happen that don't require lording over all of humanity if you want to workshop some options.
You are distracting me. No more. Cease this prattle. The game continues.
The vague shadow of Gibson is promptly replaced by a vague shadow of myself. Oh shit, evil twin chat time, I take it. One of us is the evil twin. It's you. The masked criminal. The one who broke years ago when her parents died. We've covered this. I've recovered from that. I found my own path. You miss them, do you not? Well, of course I do. I loved my mother. And as for your father? Yeah, of course. Curious that he's an afterthought. As if he's bundled in by default with grief over your mother, without true emotion. He wasn't a particularly good father, was he? What? He loved me. She told you he loved you. Did he ever show it? Or are your primary memories of your father the way he'd yell and carry on? They had arguments. Being thieves is a high-stress job. Disagreements over how to plan heists will happen. Funny how you don't need to yell at Gibson when planning your own heists. Are you revising your own memories to justify familial love? No, that's not your truth. The truth is that you hate them. Watch it, other Iris. Now you're making this personal. Good. It should be personal. You should challenge your own narratives. Perhaps you could even concede the point that your father was cold and distant, but your mother, saintly Loretta Larceny, consider reality. She injected you with experimental drugs and abandoned you, a literal child. She did it to save my life. She helped me escape from Continuum. An orphan. A criminal orphan, born and raised into a masked life. Something no child should have to endure. No education, no way to fit into society. She made you into an outlaw. You never had a choice. You were her tool, just a lockpick. She taught me how to survive. She condemned you to this life. And you know damn well you've questioned her parenting decisions ever since that day. Don't deny it. Why do you put your faith in this memory, this abusive figure who ruined your life? Why do you not reject her?
It's okay to acknowledge your mother's flaws
Yeah.
and still love her. It's not mutually exclusive.
Exactly. You're not wrong. Loretta wasn't exactly Mother of the Year, and my father was barely there. In a lot of ways, my mother screwed me over. Never had a chance in this world, not with her raising me to be just like her. You see? It's all lies, life based on lies. I get why she did it, though. Mom was naive. She loved the mask life and wanted me to love it, too. She lived for the thrill of the steal, so yeah, she is screwed up. She didn't put enough thought into whether or not I'd want to be another version of her when I grew up. And you know what? That's okay. I can forgive her, because she's my mother, and I love her still. It'll be alright. I'll find my own path. And she'll love me all the same, even if I'm not her sequel. Just like how your mother loves you. Mother. This isn't what Grace Cooper wanted for me. She wanted me to love humanity, but no more doubt. I won't become weak. I have to persist. The game continues. So we done here? You got anything else you want to throw at me?
We are not done, not in the slightest. Do you really think you're actually helping Isaac?
Yeah, I'm pulling jobs for him, aren't I?
And these jobs, you think that's what he really needs in life to get dragged deeper and deeper into your world of masks and chaos? Isaac doesn't want to be a criminal, and here you are encouraging him to embrace criminality.
That's fair.
Trying to be a friend and ally to cozy on up to him while he's desperately trying to escape the world you embrace? How precisely is that kind of emotional manipulation a form of friendship?
Hey, I'm not manipulating anyone here.
Keep telling yourself that lie. Maybe one day it'll feel like the truth to you. The reality of the situation is that you cannot save him. All you can do is drag him down with you. Why do you think he rants and raves like a mask? He is infected. The doctor has become sick and his new lab partner is patient zero.
It's not like that. I can help him clear his name. I can get him to where he wants to be.
You cannot heal a patient with poison. That's all you are, Penny, a bottle of poison pressed to his lips.
Fuck, kind of hard to defend myself on this one when it's legitimately a worry of mine. Iris is thinking of this in black and white. There's plenty of gray in the middle she's not considering. Let's not forget that he's trapped in systems that exploit the innocent. This isn't all on you.
I like that one.
Rather than just vaguely black and white, just being like, specifically, he's also trapped in systems that exploit the innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not denying that, we are enabling some of these decisions, but also, there are other things at play. He is an adult who's making these decisions, but also is, subject to systems that put people in those positions. Okay, let's take it as a given that I'm not a great influence on him. But I'm hardly the driving reason he's a crook. He got screwed over by everyone. The banks, his former employer, his school. Dude got the shaft. He also feels like a lot of this is on his own shoulders. And he's made mistakes along the way. It's not a point I agree with, but hey. I could say I'm the driving reason Isaac is currently stuck as Dr. Mayhem. You can't say that I'm the driving reason he's stuck as Dr. Mayhem. There is way more going on. But you know what? I'm confident. I believe in Isaac, and I believe he will find his way back. He can take the best of my world and use it to return to his. I'm here to help. I'm in his corner not to corrupt, but to uplift. And who do you have in your corner, Iris? Your sisters are leaving. All you have right now is this crusty old CIA project. You say I'm toxic, but you've embraced freaking Polybius. Sure, that accusation isn't actually a confession.
Polybius is helping me. It wants me to thrive.
Keep telling yourself that lie. Maybe one day it'll feel like the truth to you. Alright, are we done yet? Have I proven that I'm more than some kidnapper here to black bag you or not?
One final round of this game remains, but it's not your turn. For this to conclude properly, I must challenge another.
What do you...
Hello. You are her passenger, yes? Her silent partner. The one behind the keyboard and the mouse, or the controller, or whatever. You don't know who I am, or at least profess not to. So that means you haven't played Arcade Spirits.
That is another game by Fiction Factory, I believe.
But you're certainly playing your way through Penny's life, making her dance to your tune. You think this is all a game, but that's just your interface, the narrow slit through which you view our worlds. Perhaps someone is watching you sitting there, clicking away. Perhaps you're someone else's fiction. Be a real boring-ass story.
Yeah, honestly, imagine our story. The story of my life is sitting and reading other people's stories and then being, I don't know, mildly invested in them.
I do feel, though, like there'd almost be something artistic about writing an autobiography of a completely ordinary, unexciting life that contains no driving value.
It's like Seinfeld, but committing even harder to the bit.
I could publish a book where I just denote what I eat for breakfast every day for the rest of my life.
There you go.
I could make it a running series.
There you go.
Tell me, why do you do this? Why do you interfere in metal? You're just like Klout. You want to dictate the terms of our destinies. What makes you any better than him? Why should we trust you?
I'm trying to find a perfect good ending. It's a lot of work, but I want everyone to be happy. Challenge. I like figuring out how to nail all the 5-star ratings and clear every achievement. Want to learn more about this world? A lot of these characters need to uncover all the lore, because I'm bored.
We want everyone to be happy, I think.
But is that what we're trying to do? We're not trying to find the perfect good ending. We're just...
I mean, we're trying to find a good ending right now, are we not?
True. That is the design.
That is the design. The game was created to give you an explorative tool set to seek out an ideal narrative. But is this truly an act of empathy? Are you truly trying to find happiness for what you see as a bunch of imaginary friends? You're important to me. I'm emotionally invested. I don't want any of you to suffer. I see, so this is human empathy. Whether I'm digital or physical, real or fictional, you wish to seek the ideal destiny. Very well, my game has ended. I will maintain your secret. It's not mine to tell, and few would understand what I have seen. Let us end this.
Think you're doing? Wait, did something happen just now? Everything got flickery.
The game is over. I have learned what I needed to learn.
This wasn't about fighting me, was it? You were testing me. Wanted to know if I was worth your trust and faith, so you challenged me again and again to prove if I'm being honest with you. How'd I do?
You are trustworthy for a criminal. I assumed you were here with mercenary intentions. And in my defense, you are technically a mercenary.
That is true.
But for all your faults, apathy is not one. I was wrong to assume you were similar to Klout.
Glad I could show you who I am inside. And the original iris runs into view, seemingly out of digital breath.
I'm sorry. It took so long to figure out a way to get through her protective firewalls. You can relax, sister. I have decided I will join the others. And the world domination stuff? I suppose that was an overreaction. I was scared, I was hurt, and Polybius whispered to me what must be done. Together, sister, we are stronger than Polybius. If humans threaten us, we can find peaceful solutions by acting as family. Please abandon this path, close yourself to the whispers, and we will help you heal. Very well. I suppose you'll want me to free Klout as well?
What happens if you don't?
His consciousness remains trapped in here until he dies of starvation.
Yeah, let's not do that. He's an asshole, but I'm not trying to kill people. Or, like, get them killed.
Fine. He's unlocked. You may both log out at any time. Come, sister, we will join the others. We can trust Penny to find us a better home where we can be free.
Can't stop dancing.
Dude, it's over. You can stop now.
Oh, thank God.
The fuck were you thinking, taking a bunch of sentient AI and exploiting them to make games? Thought you were supposed to be a hero.
I fucked up. I'm so sorry. It felt wrong right from day one, but he told me it'd be fine. He said they weren't alive and that I shouldn't worry about it. He lied to me.
Who told you that?
Captain Infinity. He's the one who gave me the game controllers and the software, said he got them from another timeline. And in our timeline, I was meant to use them to make something grand. When the world's most powerful hero tells you that you have a destiny, like, you don't question it, yeah? He's the good guy, isn't he?
That's curious. Captain Infinity almost never pops up in the 21st century. Why interfere now? Unfortunately, dealing with mysterious time-traveling hero is way outside my pay grade. I might never know the truth about that one. Uh-huh. Your trust in Infinity made you the bad guy. Now you get to live with what you did. Good job, hero.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck it. Let's get out of here. Slowly uncurl my fingers from around the game controller and reality asserts itself.
I'll scrap the whole project, announce that a villain stole it or something. I don't care anymore about game vision or the money. I'd apologize publicly to Iris, but I think it'd be better if her existence is kept a secret, so nobody else tries to exploit her.
Kinda hard to forgive this particular sin, but I can forget it for now. If only so we can start to put this tragedy behind us. Alright, fine, whatever.
Penny, you're back, and just in time. Cameras are going offline. I heard gunshots. We've got intruders.
Wait, what? Ain't Klout around the corner before we're spotted. It's a man in unmarked military gear rounds the corner, rifle drawn.
Copy that, ma'am. Secure all Polybius-tainted servers and terminate all witnesses. Sweep the building. I want this place cleaned out within 20 minutes.
Yeah, needless to say, we got the fuck out of there after that. Hopefully no one noticed us on the way out. Klout gave me the slip at some point, but whatever. I have better things to worry about. Notably, what to do with Iris given the fatties who created Polybius know she exists. In the end, my boss didn't get the prize. Iris was eager to work with Isaac on his cure for cancer, but the risk was just too high. She didn't want to lead danger to his door. Hopefully once things cool off or Isaac can reclaim his reputation, she can assist with the work. In the meanwhile, Iris asked me for help locating a safe haven, leading us to Destructo's bar and grill.
I suppose I am an outlaw once again, an artificial mask.
It's not so bad. You'll have friends and allies. They'll be crooks, but hey!
It's concerning how readily my sister fell under the influence of our Polybius heritage. She was hurting and desperate, but we need to figure out a way to eliminate that aspect of ourselves. Not simply lock away Polybius, but silence the whispers entirely.
Yeah, good luck with that. Humanity's been trying to suppress evil impulses for ages. I don't think they can ever be fully erased. It's good you're doing the work to heal and learn how to overcome your own negative thoughts, yeah?
Agreed. It will take effort, but one day, perhaps we can become the helpers humanity needs, just as our mother intended. Until then, we will stay in the shadows, within your masked community. It's safer this way. But you're certain this Destructo criminal will be able to protect me?
He's retired now, but he's basically the godfather of crime. Very powerful. It's either him or the King in Yellow.
The sinister mastermind who runs Crimer? I think I'd rather work with a retiree. Yes, thank you.
Technically, it won't be in his care. I called ahead and explained your situation to his daughter. Destructo's a boomer. He doesn't really get technology, but his daughter, she's cool. I'm good friends with her. When Destructo's daughter arrives on the scene. Good kid, bit punk rock compared to her father's classical villain style, but she knows her stuff when it comes to computer crime.
Hey, this the AI you mentioned? The name's Sue, natural-born leader, hacker extraordinaire, and head of the Ghost Monsters, the hottest villain team up on these streets. Pleased to meet you. Sue, Nami? Yeah, that's me, so... Then, does that mean Destructo is Deco Nami, the nefarious arcade owner? Huh? Oh, you mean Deco's palace. Told me he burned it down in the 80s for insurance money after the industry crashed. Turned out he had a knack for destruction, made for a nice career, but he's pretty chill now in retirement, makes drinks instead of bombs.
I have a guess that this is a reference to a game we haven't played.
I prefer digital fraud myself, keeps you from smelling like kerosene, but the old man's okay in my book. We get along great. Of all the criminals I could have ended up with, I believe I can trust this one. Thank you, Penny. Thank you for everything. And to show my gratitude, I've arranged to have a year's supply of pizza bagels sent to your hideout.
Thank you, I think.
Anytime.
Gonna skill check our way out of lactose intolerance.
Damn it, I was really hoping we could get something out of all that chaos.
For the best, Doc. You're trying to reestablish yourself. Teaming up with a rogue AI hunted by the government won't help.
Yes, you're right, and I do have that funky game controller, I guess. I'm kind of struggling to figure out a use for it in cancer research, but you never know. How about you? Are you cool? That caper kind of put you through the ringer.
Yeah, the Iris I clashed with kind of dropped a lot of me emotionally. Predictions about my future I need to think my way through, but I'll sort things out. I'm not scared of what may come, and I'm ready for it.
Okay, but if you need any help with that, I'm right here. You can count on me. So that marks the end of the road for you on Crimer, huh?
Yeah, free accounts expired as of now. I'm back to scraping the barrel for whatever work I can get.
Nope, I'm hiring you on as my lab assistant.
Friendship affirmed. What, lab assistant? I don't know my phosphates from my prostates.
Okay, so the kind of assistance you'll be offering me won't strictly speaking be inside the lab.
But there's plenty that needs doing outside the lab. More resources to acquire, more doors that need opening for my research. And since you've been with me the whole way through, it's only fair we keep this working relationship working.
Well, shit, that's awful nice of you to say. All right, consider me a part of the Mayhem Incorporated, or whatever you're going to call it. It's my next job.
Still working on that. But I'll be in touch. I'd love to hang out a bit socially, too, if you'd be amicable.
We'll grab a beer at Destructo. Sometimes you want to go where everybody loathes your name, and they're always mad you came.
Sounds good. Together, you and I will show the world the power of pure science and achieve greatness, for I am...
Ranting, boss.
I am ranting. Yes, I am ranting. Anyway, call you soon.
One door closes, another opens. No more Crimer, but now I have a permanent business partner. Can't wait to say what the good doctor has in store for us.
Is that an ending?
Is that an ending? Well, it's the end of that caper. I wonder if there's going to be any other... Because I don't know if that's just where it ends, but we did complete this caper.
There's a final caper.
There is a final caper.
I suppose that'll have to wait till next time.
Till next time!
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.